grab a few of these. I'll take all of them.
Drifting on a 45-degree angle now. I have to stay at that angle or I'll slide down the hill. Place. Can't see them. I haven't let that much air out this time. They're probably down to about 10 psi, 12, 10 psi, I don't know. Put it in high reverse. The rocket out. Revs to clean my treads out. There you go. Try and get a bit of speed up that way again. She's gripping on the rear axle a better now to letting the air out. Well, I slid to there, can go back from there, then I can go forward then because I was on a hill. There you go. Tapping the foot brake now to stop that wheel from spinning so much. Because she's moving forward when I touch the brake. I'm afraid you're getting more Land Rover action driving into the field than any fencing. Anyway, doesn't matter. Something to watch, innit? Got this fence stapled now. He's in. Got a. It looks alright apart from two here. Got one leaning back. It looks like crap. The one next to it's curved like a banana. Two crooked ones are next to each other. Probably time will straighten them out. This is pretty much yesterday and the day before's work. About 180 metres, doing about 100 metres in a day kind of thing. I should be able to do double that. I used to fence from 7 till 7 and I'd get 200 metres put in and stapled in that time. I did that one there, took me about 11 hours, so I'm faster than I used to be, but I'm not quite doing the same hours, so I got that one there now. Well, that wire couldn't be any tighter holding these ones holding as well, so there's like, well, there's 1, 2, you can count those bits of wires as extra supports or stays, really, struts, just because they're adding extra strength to the thing itself and that one. So in a sense there's 5 different things holding that post in place. 6 if you count the post itself as well. Hasn't moved. You can see these corner ones when they move. Yeah, they go like that. You can see just a little bit of a curve to the left there, but I hadn't had the wire going down when I tightened that one, so that's why that one's moved, but it hasn't moved in this direction. It's stayed where it was. I was talking to you yesterday about having this a little bit out. I've got a funny shaped stake there, not the best stake really. I should have chosen a slightly straighter one. It's holding. I put that about 3 inches maybe too far in the field. Prefer if it was there maybe. It's alright. More like this one. And it's just a bit more in. When you put them there, then the stay isn't as strong. I'll push these ones down a little bit afterwards with the excavator. Just come along and push them down. But I'm happy with it. I left it high. I didn't think it was too bad, but then I remembered that he's got sheep, you know, cattle. If you only had cattle here, it'd be alright. Might as well leave it like that. But no sheep. Having a quick cup of tea now while I'm waiting for the machine to warm up. Courtesy of Ysgol Pendalar. Diolch Ysgol Pendalar am y mug. I'll put these posts in now. I'll put a mark. I mark each one where the barbed wire goes, and I'll push all the posts down until the stakes will still drift a little bit in the ground if you don't put a pilot hole in it. All they do for me, I haven't got the talent of getting them down without them drifting. I'm pushing them in from the machine, I haven't got anyone with me, so I need to do things in a way that I can do a good job on my own. So I mark the stakes then as well, and then I push them all down until well, if there's a nice straight run of ground, I push them down till the mark is at the wire. If it's going up and down, I push them down until it's about 4 inches, sometimes only 2 inches above the ground. I'm fencing on top of these old soil walls and fix the wall up with the excavator and pat it down, and I put the barbed wire on the wall. I think it's better to have the barbed wire in the ground, nearly on the walls, and the sheep can't dig under them, or the badgers or the foxes. Makes it, well, they can dig under them, but it makes it more difficult for them. They can use the gates like everyone else and go under them or through them. Landover's got the shits on. Mark the bottom bar, but don't mark anything else. 96 centimeters I mark them. Other ones where the wire runs on the outside, I mark both sides because I can't see the mark from the machine. And I marked that at 97, so that's my marking technique. If I put 2 lines, if I do an incorrect marking, I do the same on steelwork, woodwork and everything. Just put a quick arrow like that to the right line if I do a mistake. I don't know why I marked it on 97 anyway. Let's mark these ones here. I could come down with a machine and do this, I just prefer walking down and then coming down with a machine. 96 is always higher up than I reckon it to be. I used to do them at 110, but I didn't reckon the posts were deep enough in the ground. When using 7-footers, get posts moving a lot. They're a lot stronger with that extra 4 inches in the ground. Put this here, the monkey stainers last night, ready for tensioning the barbed wire today. Fiddling with the camera again, tracked forward with a bucket down. There you go. This machine smells like oil. Old oil. It's not my machine, it's a farmer's machine. The 145. It's So I put these ones, so this one's got the wire on the far side, so I'll put it leaning away just a little bit, not too extreme, just. Now I'm pushing this down across the... She won't press down any more than that. I don't like hitting them down with an excavator. It's not good for the excavator, it's not good for the posts. Damn. Anyway. You have to push the arm out a little bit as it's going down as well. I was pushing it a bit extreme then, just the post was leaning this way too much, so I had to go hit it and push out at the same time, just so that it bounced backwards. I haven't done a pilot hole for these either. I've just gone straight in. Just because it's soft here. With the stakes it counts more for getting them in the right place with the line, but these posts, if they go in, they go in. Oh, these sheep are waiting for, I don't know if they get moved at the same time every day. Sorry for moving my head all the time. I made myself sick watching one of my videos moving my head. It's harder along here and along the top. Too close there and out of range of motion. It's still going down slowly. There you go. The pressure sensing switches on this machine don't work on this joystick. She doesn't rev back up with that one. She revs back up with that and that, but not with that. I should have set the camera to 60 frames per second for doing this as well. I noticed when I put it on 60, the videos don't make me feel so sick watching them. Those first ones with the phone were horrible to watch. I'm sorry, but I didn't have anything else to record with. Well, I had ordered a bloody GoPro, I just got scammed, so. Guess it's my fault for being scammed as well. For trusting in the British public. Even though it's difficult to get them in, I quite like having them tight like this. They'll barely move when the weight of the wires on them. Oh. At least they pulled it forward, not back then. Nearly there. Good enough. I usually use 3CX on a post knocker, but since it was quite soft here, the excavator's good enough. If your tracks are a bit like that as well, there'll be even more weight on it, because it makes the length of the tracks a bit longer. I'm not sure if I'm pulling it uphill a little bit there. I don't like them leaning uphill. I don't like them leaning down either, but perpendicular to the ground like the Kiwis. That's how I put them in. little bit up. The post had a little bit of a curve in as well. Good deal. I haven't marked it. I'll mark these 3. Nope. I didn't expect this run down here to be that much harder than the top. This hole's a lot harder. I'm hitting with the cutting edge where the centre strengthening braces. I'm not wrecking this already knackered bucket. If you're wondering why I mark the back sides, not just this side, for knowing where the barb wire goes, for the bottom barb height, it's so I can place the bottom barb in the right position. That one's really soft. Get that one as low as I can get it. Take his other barb nearly on the floor there, so that it's a bit stronger. I might have to put something to tie that one back. Whack these chains on ready. Can tow the trailer. Just give you a little bit of an update where I'm at now. So I've opened the bottom wire out along the bottom here, and I've done all the pilot holes. I'll put all the stakes in the holes and then mark them. It's 12:15 now, so I'll have a bite to eat after putting the stakes in. I'll put the stakes in the ground and mark them, and I'll push them down after I have some quinoa and do the struts and the stays as I go along. I'll start with this stay here. I've gone a bit lower with this here, so this is where I'd like to have the end of the stay, but I'll just have to put it up in that region there. I finished tensioning these ones here, put the bar on, just put 3 staples on there. I don't like using the post to hold the wire, because tight wires can twist the post around. I always tie them off, but this is still on, so that's stopping the post from getting any twisting action. If it starts getting more pressure on one side, one of them will break. There's not such even pressure on the ones holding it down either, so you have to think. It's alright when you're not doing tight fences, but when you're doing fences that bounce you off for them like that, you could drive a Mini into that and it'll bounce off of it. So I took the 2 monkey strainers then, chain tensioners down to tension the wire all the way to the bottom, so we've got another 200 metres now. Well, not quite 200 metres. Oh, not far off. Yeah, there'd be 200 metres going down to the bottom corner. So that's all tensioned up to put the stakes in. I'll do that now. Not easy to reverse. That doesn't work, the machine still moves. JCB, do something about those damn shit switches. If anyone watches this video, comments will say things like, don't buy a JCB. It's not mine. It is not my machine. Need to try and choose one with a nice good one to make a strut. Give myself a bit of a choice. But oh, that's a good one. What? I'm gonna smash the bucket then. Some of them about 3 times the weight of the other ones. I'll drop myself a netting here as well. Not easy to balance. I'm leaving some stakes behind so I can do stays on some of the ones on the way down, so we can tension the wire as we come. I walk the clamps along the fence line as I go, but I don't put the plain wire on them. Just this thing's bouncing. I don't bother with the plain wire on them. Break this band. Good strong stake. And this one, I might swap them to make a strut with some of these. As long as I don't push them in the ground, we'll be right. Once they're in, I'm not pulling them out. Efficiency is the key to everything. Well, these ones leaning a little bit, these 3 closest to the posts, so that they also go like that with the tension. I'll leave 2 there because I need to make a strut on this one. I'll probably put a strut on that one there as well. I'll just skip 1 post and tension over there as well. Can't go down in there with the trailer, I'll have to go like that and around. I don't make a massive mess. Got to grab myself another one of these. Awkward bloody things to handle them. Probably alright when you're strong. We're a weak little ferret like me. The old body fuel tanks are a bit low now. My old 4 egg on toasts run out. I'll grab a bite to eat now. I'll put this wire where I reckon I'll need it. Be better further uphill a little bit than further downhill. Be easier to roll it back down. The 100 metres is just about 10 metres from the corner, so I think I'll be about this post here. I don't want to be too far up either. I reckon it'll be pretty bang on there, pretty close. Now it's in my way. I need to bring the machine to the top so I can do the struts on the way down. That's the error code you get on JS's when the switches stop working. So if you get that, and sometimes you have the dead man down on some of them, and she'll keep on beeping that, they won't shut up. Just fiddle with those switches there and lift them up and down and spray some penetration fluid in them. This thing's a pain in the ass. They were stuck on, but they started coming loose after I used them. It's been standing around for a while. Have something to eat now. I'll go to the bottom and mark them on my way up again. I won't bother marking as I'm going along. It's a waste of time going in and out the machine all the time. So walk to the bottom, mark them all, put them all in. I like sunlight on a new fence, looks good. I much prefer a nice summer's day. Winter summer. I much prefer a nice winter day. Winter day? Yeah. A nice winter's day than a nice summer's day. It's much more calming and relaxing. So we're going to make a hole now here. I said I was going to put it here between the strap and the thing, but I'll go lower down. I'll go lower down, I won't go in the centre, so you see the chisel is straight line there from the centre with the barbed wire. I'll go like that and straight with it from there. That plain wire will stop the strut from sliding upwards. Some people don't like you making holes like this either in the post. It's a bit crooked, I know. Still crooked. To keep your ankle. And you do them. I'm making a hash of this one, but oh, there's a knot there. Bit of a swirl in the wood. Oh. Some people think it's a massive job to do a hole in the post like this. Buggering around with a chainsaw. I don't know why you'd bother with a chainsaw. Waste of time. There's lots of debate about where to put these on these posts. I've gone lower down here, which I prefer rather than coming up to there, just because of having the strap in the way. It's better and worse to have it lower down. There is an optimum place to have it, which is about where that one is, and maybe a little bit lower down. The only difference is when it's lower down, there's more weight on this, so this is holding a lot more force when it's lower down. But it's better in the fact that the angle is less steep and it won't pop the post up. The higher it is with the stake that stays the same length, the steeper the angle. So if you want to come up here, it would be a heck of a lot stronger up here, but now with a stake that length, it would be too steep. It would just lever it up. There's too much leverage and just pops up straight away. So if you want to put it at the top, you want a stake that goes all the way to there, or to about that rush is there. If you had one that long to stay at that angle, it it would be very good, but we don't do that, so the wood would be very flexible as well. You'd need to use one of these as the strut, at opposed nearly the size, maybe a 6-inch. Just grab these two now. So this one, that one's very strong, so I'll use this one. Everything's in the way when you open everything out ready. Just a rough and ready mark and measure. Don't need to be too posh. It's important to have the angle on the tip of this so that the top edge is the leading edge. And you don't cut it at an angle so that it's going to slide out of the hole either. So that's good enough like that now. So when the pull's tight, it'll press up into there. It'll be a tight fit, like that one. The post pulls in and pretty well seals it off. So put that there. Pull it out a little bit into the field, and same thing as you saw yesterday. Go in at the angle like that and straighten it up. I'll carry on using the round side. It'd be nice to use the flat one, but if the flat goes off, it's more room for error on the round side, and it's still strong on the ground for holding the force. I'll leave just a little bit out the ground like that so I can put the wire around. No sense pushing it all the way down, it's no stronger. It's too long and thin to be strong enough or to gain any advantage from putting it any deeper. It'd have to be made out of steel or something. Sound like a Christmas elf with these staples in my pocket. I sound like something that doesn't exist. Sorry, children. Should put a disclosure warning on the video. Elves are real. And Santa Claus. And the Godzilla as well. He's also real. Where's the bloody pliers? You can break these with your hands as well. Bend it enough like that. It's just a nuisance more than anything. I'll just put that in there. It's already there now. I'm gonna have to try and feed it under. Oh, it's pretty tight, but you know, I put these on. I need to bring the saw and the chisel with me. I'll need to get the spike as well, I can't carry that in the cab. I'll just walk back up and get it. Easier than juggling. Sometimes juggling's more economical, sometimes juggling's a waste of time and effort, and a lot of effort goes into juggling. So just pushing it down to the mark lines up with the barbed wire, because we got these ditches falling away from the field. I don't want the barbed wire too high off the ground, or sheep and the animals will start wearing holes underneath the wire. Some may... We're here today with John. Say hi, John. Hi. So we, when I tighten the wires, I don't usually, well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depends on the angles. It's quite flat run here, so I'll tighten this to here with that clamp and pull the wire through the staples with this tool now, and then staple it tight here, and that fence is being held tight by the next clamp over there. Then we'll take this clamp off and move it one down, and all of them will be sort of stepping the tension with the wire. And just pull these through like this now, just to help tension that section there. So already positioned the wire on the post before tightening it. So I've pulled all the excess slack out with the bar now, so between the clamp and the post is tight. This is slackened a bit now because of that. Now John's going back down the bottom there to tighten another bottom to the middle there to tighten the other clamp up. You pen one! Eye out! Might have to readjust the clamp. So, I'm not happy with how tight that is. What I can do is put 2 staples in each one of these now, because this part's okay, and I can take this clamp off and take it down to the post after it, and I'll be tensioning with this one then, so I'll be pulling the other clamp with this one. So if I got enough cable on this one should actually tighten all the way up to here now. Just get the wire positioned on the posts, and should tension all the way to the top, because there's no slack or bends or anything in it now. I often get asked, how do you get the strap out? That's how I get the strap out. It's actually showing me pulling the strap out. But, yep, go sling out. If you loop it like that, you can't get it out. You have to just double it. I know, because I've done it myself. I'm taking the other clamp now and all of its working chums down to the next post. So I'm just missing one post on this pull. The other clamp is where you can maybe just about see John there. And I'll position the wire on that post and on this one. Well, after taking the slack out, I need to do a joint here first, and then we'll tighten the heck out of it down to this one, and then pull the other clamp off and move it down to the bottom corner. I haven't got the strap to hold the camera on my head, so I'll just kind of quickly show you how I join the wires together. So I match them up together like that. Put the knots behind the vertical strands like that, all the way along, so they're all sitting in the same place. I've taken a little bit out of the top one, so I made the top and the second from the top one slightly shorter, because we've got a bit more slack on the top wire over there. So I've taken a couple inches out of each one and a little bit out of the third one. But, it'll pull the top wire a bit more than the bottom one. It might have a slight fault in the wire because these strands aren't quite in the right place and stuff on it. So it can have faults in them sometimes. So I wind the wire around, under and up and over and back over, and then I tie this onto itself, and the other one goes up and around and back onto itself. So they're interlocked like a loop then. So like a loop like that. Instead of some people go from this one to the other one and just wind on that one, but when you do them tight, the windings start to turn. And it might be worse on the high tensile. High tensile seems to be hard and it prefers to uncoil itself. Mild is not too bad, but the mild can unwind as well. I've seen them, you go and look at them when the fence is tight and you see them turning slowly, so not good. The Kiwis always loop them and make a knot. They loop them, make a knot on the posts them as well. They go around themselves and then around the wire that's gone around, instead of just around and around the wire. Gone down one side. And done that, so bend these ones over now and tie them on there, on that side, and then there'll be a joint. Takes about 10 minutes to join a wire, or thereabouts. I can do about 8 in an hour, but that's on a mild wire. Can't do 8 in an hour on the high tensile, I don't think. 6 would be plenty enough. That's pretty much a completed joint, so I'll cut that off. These winds all flatten out on each other like that when the wire gets tight, so it's quite neat, and it just looks like the same wire because the squares are all the same size. I don't know how it goes. You want to bend the wire as close as possible to the knot on the vertical, like that there, or you got a big ugly loop like that. I don't mind it on this one because the bottom is a lot tighter up the top than the top, so I got the top tight and the bottom loose here, just to level the wire out, shape it up. See how she goes. Tighten the wire now, tighten to this one. Then we took the other clamp off the post up there and we moved it to the bottom corner. So she's tight on both sides now. So we're going to put staples down here to staple on this and position it on this post. And this 200 metre long run will be done. You can hear and see the wire tightening. Hello John! Hello in the back there. Then I just put the bar on here, then I put 2 staples on each, put the bar on here and just pull the excess slack from there then around. Iawn John, dyna'r bigog top. Ar isa. Gra'r isa gynta. Gra'r bigog gwylod gynta. Iawn. Ges i ddau ar hwnna? Mae'n ole John. Gra'r ucha. It's handy having someone with you. Save having to walk back and forth. Wel John, mae'n alright dal Di knitting dal dyn. A difficult one hand. Had a bit of a popper outside. Post came up. Just tie down back to that 7 foot on the ground there. We retension the wire then. Should be alright. It's turned around a little bit. You can see the strut is past halfway around that way like that now, but I won't worry too much about that. Pull the wire that way, then it'll force it back around. Well, it'll stop it turning that way any more than it has turned already anyway. I wanted to put a 8-inch telegraph pole here and a 10 foot long or more, but Farmer was going to get me one, but he didn't, so I just put one of these in here. he didn't say he wasn't gonna get me one, he just didn't have a chance to get me one, so that's what we got, and this is what we have. I just took the chance. Sometimes they're alright. In soft places, these soft places have a lot of suction sometimes. See the silt and stuff cracked. There's a lot of tension on that wire. The stake might have been sliding down the other stake. These are on an angle, so it's more difficult for that one to slide down because this is on an angle like that. Because as it goes down, it's tightening a little bit. But when you're in soft slush, you can't do much about anything. I'll take the machine off.